And I think that's when I said, this is going to be my husband. Boom.
Wow.
And the rest is history.
Oh, well, there's that. Hey, my name is Kelly.
And I'm Thomas.
We've been together for about 3 years.
And 6 months married.
We met online on an online dating app.
Yeah.
I think it was August 2021.
Dang, you're good.
But we started talking, and I think, if you realize, like on a lot of dating apps, sometimes, or depending on what dating app, a lot of dating apps are more superficial, less conversation, more about, I only care about what you look like, and, not looking for anything long term. Where initially, I know I wasn't looking for anything long term, just looking to, meet new people, have somebody to hang out with.
Well, for me, with Kelly, what got my attention on a dating app was the fact that he was able to hold a conversation. And as we all know, on a dating app, usually it is very much so, can you send me that? And I'm going to send it back to you. And we didn't have that type of engagement. Now, it came down the line, but we didn't have that engagement initially for a very long time. We had a lot of get to know each other conversation. And for that to have happened on a dating app where I have downloaded and deleted it and downloaded and deleted it and downloaded time over it, to find someone with substance, I think that was the highlight for me. And I was extremely excited to meet him in person. So our first date was at a sports bar called Third Base Hollywood. And it was a great environment to meet for a first date. It was very public. It was very safe. And I think that's when I said, this is going to be my husband. Boom.
Wow.
And the rest is history.
Oh, well, there's that.
Yeah.
Talk about speaking into existence.
Yeah.
Well, my perspective, I think it was pretty much the same. Talking to someone, genuine conversation, very interested in meeting that person. Being very candid and open. We're pretty open with our life, and I'm pretty open with my life now. To be honest with you, what a lot of people may not realize, you see where I'm at now in my space and where we are in our space, but I wasn't an openly gay man at the time. I think I was still, for lack of a better phrase, exploring my options, and I had started to teach myself or learn that it's more about the person that I'm with for me. It wasn't whether they were male or female, because I do have a child. And it wasn't just about male or female to me anymore. It was more about the person, and I feel like I met a genuine person. So when we went out, it was a very natural atmosphere. Thomas was very considerate of my level of being comfortable. He was very considerate of that as far as what I was comfortable with, what I wasn't comfortable with. And I definitely appreciated that, because it's not something he had to do given the space that he was already in his world, from that side of things.
So would you say I played a major role in helping you in your journey? Because you love me so much and couldn't find nothing better?
Wait. I don't know about I don't know about the entire context of that. I will say that I can honestly say that I would say you helped me in my journey in the sense that you helped me realize that it was okay to be me, and it was okay to be happy being me, and it was okay to be happy with someone else. I've been through a lot of disappointment. I'm sure we all have, but I think you just made life seem normal, for what it was. So I'll give you that credit. I don't know about everything. I don't know about finding something better. I don't know about I don't know about all of that, but yeah. So
what made me see Kelly as my person for long term, better yet forever, and when I saw him and I met him, we had fun immediately. Like, it wasn't we had fun, and we related on so many different things. We related on social, we related on music, we related on food. He doesn't drink or smoke, okay? So we didn't relate on that. But we related on so many things where he came into my world with the history of the conversation on the dating app. And I was excited and eager to meet you, and to meet you, and you're the same person that I met on the dating app, where I have a history of meeting people that's not the person on the app. Hello? And it just all felt right. Your conversation was good. Your love was good. Your touch was good. Everything I was thinking I wanted, he was able to provide in these moments. And for me, I just knew that a lot of the things that I would complain about in the dating world, I wasn't complaining about. and I didn't know you, but I was getting to know you. But normally you complain about things when you get to know somebody in the beginning, and I wasn't complaining. And that was exciting for me. And on top of that, the way he loved and cared for me without really fully knowing me or being in my life, in my world that long, it showed more volume in him as a human than his physical, than his finances, any of all that. And so what I would recommend is if you're going to build anything with anybody, you want to build off of who they are at heart. Because when you remove the jobs and you remove the physical, you want to be in love with the person. And that is what I believe I found in Kelly.
You know, some people say people have the can-do attitude. Thomas has the anything is possible attitude. Like anything is possible. Like it's the if you have $1 in the bank, you can make it to the Beyonce concert attitude, regardless of how it's going to happen. It don't get more positive than that, and he loves Beyonce, but it doesn't get, yeah. So I think I love, it's the can-do attitude of like, no matter what. And I think part of that is what balances us out a lot is because, not that I have a negative outlook or a non-can-do attitude, I'm very more like realistic. I'm looking at all the details behind everything. I like what's possible, what may not be possible. I'm analyzing everything, and he's almost just the opposite. You know, so it's like I've seen a meme pop up a lot on Instagram lately where you have the couple who travels, and then they say there's the one who's worried about what time the flight leaves, what flight we're on. The other one saying, "Oh, this is nice." So I think that's our dynamic, but I love that about him because it's a balance that we have.
I like how organized he is.
See, it balanced.
Yeah, I do. I love how organized he is because I'm very free spirited. He's just very organized. My time management, like God did that.
Okay.
You know, because I pray for my husband to be like, I feel like God knew, okay, if we're gonna settle Thomas down with somebody, he gonna have to be able to get in there on time. You know, and I think that was very. I mean, because I don't know what it is, but I am not the best with time, or I'll calculate the time. I'll do the Waze math. I'll find out what time it's gonna take to get there, and I still will be an hour late. So for me, Kelly is very structured and detailed. Now, granted, it can be very overwhelming sometimes, you know, because I also don't like to rush or be rushed. But with him, it's like, okay, I know the purpose. Like, I know the goal. You know, and when he's doing it, it's very much so like, consider the source. Right? You want to get upset, you want to be angry, you want to be mad, but consider the source. Because at the end of the day, it's benefiting us. Like, benefiting me. You know, because, yeah.
Love of family is a huge green flag for me because I love family. I love my family. I love his family as if they're my family, and they are now. Love of life. And then I think love of me, genuine love and consideration of me. So I guess the idea is love, but life, family, and me. I think that finding that in a person and finding it as a genuine character in a person is huge.
I would have to say a lot of mine are very similar. My green flags are family for sure. I'm very close to my family. My dad's a pastor. So I grew up in church. I grew up in that whole realm of being close to my immediate family. And that's very important to me because you can't get to me and you can't get to my heart without loving my family. And they accept him and they love him. And they ask about him all the time. So that was happening in the beginning. Like, they were asking, where is that guy? And what's his name? What was it called you?
Kenny.
Kenny.
It wasn't Kelly.
Where's Kenny? Where's Kenny? Kenny kept, they didn't know his name as being Kelly. They knew him as Kenny. Why? I have no idea. But that was a green flag that when you met the family, they were happy to meet you. And I can feel the genuineness that I felt when I met you. That's a green flag. The other green flag was he respects me. And he talks to me with respect. And he handles me carefully, which to me, if you're gonna go last forever for me, it's all about how I feel when I'm with you. And I feel safe, I feel secure. So those are very green go, let's go. What's another good one? I don't know. It's like so many. Another good green. Sex is good. Took a turn. Sorry.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
There's that. Like I said, he made me very comfortable in the space that I was in. I didn't feel rushed into anything as far as like, because we always tell people, and I think we can take this to the grave. We always tell people when we met each other, neither one of us was looking for a relationship. And I think that goes along with the idea of like when you're looking for a new job, it's best to look for a job when you have one. But at the same time, we didn't have a relationship, but we weren't looking for one. But we found one, and what we found was amazing to me. But as far as Thomas is concerned, very genuine, very open about just his life. Like he was just he lived life and enjoyed life. I think that again his ability to allow me to be who I am, who I was in that moment, and allow me to grow for myself, but not force growth on me. I've had situations where people, they want to force you to be what it is they want you to be. And I didn't feel that from Thomas, even down to when we decided to actually get into a relationship. I will never forget this moment. It was September 1st, okay, which also happens to be our actual wedding day. But September 1st was the day that we decided to get into a relationship. We were on Thomas's Outlook. Is it Hollywood, it was a Hollywood area.
Hills.
He took me to this Outlook, and Thomas was getting ready to go out of town, okay? Now, mind you, I was on Instagram, but like didn't have a whole lot of followers, wasn't big on social media like that. I was on there, so I never even knew who he was or if any presence on social media. I think at the time, he had about like 20,000 followers. And again, I'm like, okay, like that didn't matter to me. But with that being said, once I started to notice that, I'm like, okay, he has 20,000 followers. There's like this Body Boys page that he's featured on, like he's the face of the page. Okay, there's something more to this person. Then he's telling me, what did you tell me? Oh, I'm taking a trip to Atlanta with some of my friends. I really like you, but I want to know how I should probably go out here conducting myself. So what are we doing?
So that I can respect you.
It was the most honest. I know it's fair. It was the most honest and like straightforward thing I've ever heard. And for me, I felt like, again, the space I was in, I couldn't expect him to overcommit to anything because that wasn't my place. Like, I just met you. Yes, I do like you. I know you like me, but I can't expect you to overcommit to the point where I am going to say to you, oh, go out there. You shouldn't be talking to anybody. You shouldn't date anybody. No, I said, I'm willing to try this with you, but I want you to understand the space that I'm in. I can't promise you anything. I want you to have a good time. And literally the rest was history because he literally went out there. Like, I think he FaceTimed me every day, called me every day. I said, you really don't have to do this. Like, it wasn't that I was annoyed or anything. It was just that I wanted him to be able to have fun, but I was still in a space of, finding my way. So I think that part and his ability and willingness to actually care about me and care about my feelings and want more from me and show that he wanted more from me and for us, I think that's what did it for me. And the reciprocation for me is a big thing also.